that it is not a pattern. In the future, the expansion is not of the is never going to
Here we have 16 classes, 8 on this side, 8 on this side. There are 4 floors. Each has 4 classes, so it's a total of 16.
So the classes, what size are they?
These are 100 seaters, these are 80 seaters. It's with the people.
This is on the side. Chairman. Nice. Okay, Vice Chancellor. Somebody. Very good. Asante sana. Congratulations.
This one you can't switch. It's probably scared. You sure?
Mpate saba akiingia kwa flow.
Okay, 6 na
Hii na zoom in, hii na zoom out. Hii ni maximum, hii iko na kidogo.
Sort of us and even give us a ministry, and we so much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And very advanced, sometimes we are using sometimes power fails us. Yes. If you know the talk about in terms of peanut. Yes. So when power fails us and we are teaching what we do, there's a little bit after that one. Okay. Maybe just a tiny demonstration of please go to the values. That's very important. There are ethical values of organized principles. And then end cooperatives.
So these are first years. Do you invite all the students?
Yes, all the students who come.
All of them?
Yeah, because the most of the
even if they
yes, even if they're having to do medicine, engineering, because yes.
So
also when we are learning, that's the maybe one question.
Yes.
So what was the question? What is the importance of the cooperative movement? Students.
Okay, thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and I'm here to explain the importance of the cooperative movement. Number one, importance of the cooperative movement, or rather the cooperative society. We can talk of membership, and in these cooperatives, the way I was taught and the way I know, we can give we can say that about 25,000 registered cooperative societies have about 14 million membership. Hence, it helps contribute positively to the national development of the nation. Another point we can talk of savings mobilization. As you all know, cooperative society has a big savings society. We can talk of about 250 billion, which is about 30% of the national savings, in the national savings. So we can see mobilizing savings. Yeah. Again, we can talk of employment opportunities, and these in employment opportunities, we can talk about 555,000 people, which is approximately 63% of the Kenyans either derive their livelihood directly or indirectly from this cooperative. When I talk of directly, I mean those workers in the cooperative. For example, the cooperative banks. For example, in this cooperative university, we have staffs. Again, indirectly, we can talk of whereby they are given loans and to educate themselves and to start small businesses or other large businesses, depending on the whichever loan. Yeah.
Well tried, Your Excellency. The people learn here. Thank you.
That is very good. Thank you very much, Mwalimu. And I'm very happy that being in the cooperative college, that every student at least has the basic principles to understand how cooperatives operate and the values it brings, and the benefits that it brings to society from what Lynn has said. Mobilizing savings in the country. Savings are very important because savings, or rather investment, is a function of savings. You cannot invest what you don't have. So you save so that you can invest. Savings is also important because it makes sure that there is patient capital that can be borrowed by others, and make sure that that borrowing, what cooperatives do is that they make sure that savings are also with interest that is sensitive to the borrowers. Managed interest. Many cooperatives lend at single-digit interest rates. That helps people who want to borrow to do business. So I think it is a very good concept that this being cooperative university, that everybody at least has an idea of the philosophy of saving, which involves people pulling together, being part of a movement. And the cooperative movement in Kenya is a big asset in the development of the country, whether in SACCOs, in our agricultural sector, and many other areas. So I'm happy that to be part of this movement of Cooperative University, and that is that is why when we were shopping around for a chancellor, we looked for somebody who has an idea about investment.
Chancellor.
This young man works for a big Asian investment bank. I went to their offices when the last time we signed an agreement between Kenya and AIIB. And they are doing a wonderful job, and they are supporting the government of Kenya. And I thought we could borrow some of this energy and knowledge and help Cooperative University today that I have come here to share with you some moments to encourage you as we work towards building a stronger nation. Just for your information, one of the issues that I say that we must change in Kenya is the culture of saving.
Yes.
The culture of saving.
Yes.
Up to 2023, just 2 years ago, just 2 years ago, every Kenyan was saving to NSSL 200 shillings. How much?
200 shillings.
How will 200 shillings amount to a serious sale? In fact, I asked one person and he said that even local women's circles, they save more than that. So you find all of us, everybody, all the teachers, everybody working in government, everywhere, people are saving 200 shillings too. So I took a decision and I said, this is not right. In fact, it is foolish. Honestly. So we changed the law because what other countries have done, just across the border here in Uganda. Imagine Uganda has a bigger social security than Kenya, yet they have 30% of our economy. Tanzania here is 50% of our economy, but they have a bigger social security than us. Because while we are saving 200, Uganda is saving 10% of everybody's salary. Tanzania is saving 8% of everybody's salary. So, and for your information, their social security is now being used because it is a saving for investments in their country. For your information, the social security of Tanzania just bought a building in Nairobi, in Kenya. Sisi bado tunaweka na mimi. So, just so that you know. So in 2023, I called all the stakeholders, including my friend Atoli, who had taken us to court. And I told Atoli, this has to stop. We finally pulled the issues out of court. Now, every Kenyan is paying 6% of their salary to NSSL, and every employer is paying 6% of their salary, of their, is contributing another 6% to NSSL. We don't know what has happened, but I'll tell you. From independence up to 2023, we had raised 320 billion. For 60 years. For 60 years, we have raised 320 billion. In 2 years, from 2023 to now, we have raised 270 billion. That is the difference between 200 shillings and 6%. By the end of this year, by God's grace, we will have doubled our social security funds from 320 billion, which we raised for 6 years. In 2.5 years, we will have doubled it to 600 billion. And I wanted to go check the numbers. You know, by 2027, we will have 1 trillion shillings saved. By 2027. Tell me what is going to happen in 15 years. Tell me what is going to happen in 20 years. And for your information, the money we are going to borrow from China and all these other places are savings of those people. You know, we refuse to save. That is why we are going to borrow other people's savings. And in return, we have to pay very punitive interest rates because it's their money. It's their saving. So, and this good man, because he works for Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, which is actually owned by Asian countries, including China. In fact, I think the biggest shareholder about the Chinese. Yeah. So he understands. So we have to change the savings culture in Kenya. And we have to institutionalize. And that is what some people were saying, all this money is housing us, you know, but you see, Kenya is assessed as among, I think, number 90 in the countries that have serious old age poverty. Because if you save 200 shillings, when you retire after 40 years of working, you are given 70,000. 70,000 will last you maybe 2-3 months, and then you degenerate into poverty, you die. So, just so that you understand the power of what Lynn said, that cooperatives helps us mobilize savings. So as cooperatives help us mobilize savings, we must also mobilize savings using other alternative means. Statistics. China, the reason why they have developed is that savings as a percentage of GDP in China is 55%. 55%. Savings as a percentage of GDP in Kenya is between 8 and 10. That's the difference. So, my plan is to push savings as a percentage of our GDP at least to 25%. That way, we will have enough savings for us to begin to moderate the interest rates that banks are charging. We can have more money being borrowed by the private sector, by the SMEs, because the interest rates will come down. Because at the moment, interest rates are 18-20%. It's very difficult to do business. But if we bring interest rates to 8%, 6, 7%, more people can borrow, and more people can do business, and we can create more enterprise, and we can grow our economy better. But it has to take some decisions to be made by somebody. For now, it happens to be me. And I will make those decisions. That is how to change a country. Yeah? Yes. Decisions are what changes countries. If you are unable to make the decisions, nothing will happen. We will continue to be in a circus. Friends. Yeah. So that's the power of pulling together. what I said. The cooperatives bring people together. The nation comes together behind big programs that then change the destiny of nations. So, Professor, I'm not giving you a lecture on savings. I'm just giving you my personal experience.
Thank you.
As a public servant on how we can do this together. You know. And so the next time when the Vice Chancellor finds time, I can come and give a small lecture. And we will see you. But we will also make sure that we do what we want to do to give you the best possible chance to learn.
Thank you, Excellency. Very briefly, we have the class president. Just a quick vote of thanks for His Excellency.
Yes, my friend. I have seen you somewhere.
We've met during the issue of NFM and everything.
Oh, the new funding model.
I was the president, now I'm the America's president.
Okay.
We have a new president.
Okay.
He's on the other side of the
Very good.
position.
Very good.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. And we know good things are coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I met this good man, and I just asked the Vice Chancellor here, Professor Kamau, is it?
Yes.
Professor Kamau, whether there is a difference between the old funding model and the new funding model. What did you tell me, Professor?
Yes, I reported to His Excellency that through the new funding model, the university is receiving much more resources than under the old funding model. And even all our debts we have been able to clear, and we do not owe any debts to any institution, KRA. We have paid salaries. We have continued to ensure that all those issues are taken care of. So now we are very delighted with the new funding model.
He also told me that some students still have issues with the bans they have in place. I told him we are working on it to make the means testing instrument much more accurate so that we can eliminate those outliers. Right? But this is your Vice Chancellor, you know. Universities could not pay salary under the government. They had debts with care. They had debts with NSSF. It is the reason why I say we need a new funding model. It is a decision that I had to take because nobody wanted to make that decision because it was difficult and there was going to be noise. I said, let what one be later, but then he said the universities. Because these universities were going to go under. Already 23 of them have been declared public. You know, again, somebody has to make those decisions. For now, it happens to be. You know Baba here. You know Baba. Baba was the member of parliament for this area. So he has a long history with this university. Maybe you can advise these youngsters.
I'm very delighted to hear His Excellency talk to you about the issue of saving. It's what they call the vicious cycle of poverty. It goes like this. I am poor. Because I'm poor, I cannot save. And I cannot save, therefore I cannot invest. I cannot invest, therefore I cannot develop. Hence I'm poor. So what you need is to be deliberate action to break the cycle and start saving what you have and then invest. Thank you very much.
That is show and power.
Yes, for that, it's 40,000. Yes, yeah. By the time you get the money, you have spent a big portion of it. Okay.